If you're a parent or a grandparent, you understand that there are certain names associated with children's television programming that you come to trust, that most parents have come to trust across the country. Well, I'm here to tell you, you can't trust anybody anymore. You better be careful what your kids and your grandchildren are watching, both on the internet and on television. Tim Wildman with Ed Vitagliano and Abraham Hamilton III. Hey, what triggered this for me was something you sent me about the Cartoon Network, but talk about that and other things.
Yeah, it just came across my desk that the Cartoon Network, along with, everybody else under the sun, it seems like, especially within corporate America, wanted to tweet out their support for June being Pride Month, LGBTQ, IAP,
Right.
all of that Pride Month.
Right.
And it just immediately resonated with me. And I've shared this before, you have, I know we all have, that there's a concerted effort to indoctrinate our children to embrace what the Bible says is sinful, says it's abominable.
Right.
And it just struck me in the middle of this time where the Equality Act is being presented to where people who say they're LGBT are suffering oppression and discrimination. At the exact same time, they're being celebrated all the worldwide, especially in America, for having pride. And checking history, I don't remember ever seeing a moment when Martin Luther King or those who were in the struggle for civil rights for the descendants of slaves in America ever saw themselves celebrated at the very same time where they were fighting to get the Civil Rights Act of 1964 passed. It's just a striking irony to me.
Yeah, that's a good point. Now, the Cartoon Channel, also this Arthur, is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Cartoon Network, PBS, with the Arthur show, where one of the characters, Mr. Ratburn, came out with a same-sex wedding in the middle of the show. My Little Pony, I mean, the story goes on and on and on. It's just, I'm sick of it, frankly.
Yeah. Ed, what are parents and grandparents, what do these people like the Cartoon Channel Network, I should say, what are they expecting parents and grandparents to do with this information? How do you talk to a 3-year-old about homosexuality?
Well, frankly, my opinion is they don't really care whether parents or grandparents discuss this with their kids. I think they're circumventing parents and grandparents. I think they know that the majority of adults, baby boomers and up, don't like this. They don't like children being preached to behind their back. But I think these activists that are shot through the media, PBS, Hollywood, they realize that, and they're going around those parents and grandparents, and they're going directly to the kids without parental permission. It's kind of like schools, pro-abortion people saying, well, we're going to take your daughter to get an abortion without your knowledge and without your permission, because they have an agenda, and they're going to push it. And if they can't get your cooperation as a parent or a grandparent, they'll go around you.
Well, we just say beware if you're a parent or grandchildren on what your children are watching. You can't trust name brands any longer associated with children's programming. You have to pay attention. Thank you for joining us today on Reason and Company.